If there's one thing I know about Ninjago, it's that its music is 100% fire! I mean, come on, the Weekend Whip is one of the most iconic openings of all time. And don't even get me started on the Pirate Whip. What is going on, Dork Squad? And today I thought it would be fun to rank every single Ninjago song ever that was officially made. So no fan songs, unfortunately, maybe for another video, but these will be the songs that were officially made from people who worked on the show. So the Fold, the songs from the live action movie, and also Inner Steel, as well as the Dragon's Rising song. So there's a lot to go through here, about 40 songs. So grab some popcorn, get ready, and let's dive into this list, which, by the way, if you want to rank these along with me, I made this tier list. You can check it out in the description below, as well as a playlist of every single song, so you can take a listen and rank them by yourself. But before we get into the whip, let's look at how we'll be ranking these openings. So for S tier, we have Will Be Played at My Wedding. One of the greatest honors I think you could have as a song is being played at the best day of my life. I think that's a pretty high honor, so that's why it's at the top. Just below that, we have Blast It in My Car with Windows Down. This means this is an absolute vibe of a song. You want to cruise around like you're playing GTA 5 or swinging like Spider-Man, blasting some of your favorite songs, and you don't care who hears it. That's what belongs in this tier. And then we have It's Catchy, but ultimately not for me. Songs that you know are good, just I don't care for them, I guess. And under that, we have Oh God, Please, Please Make It Stop. I think you guys can guess what that means on its own. And lastly, we have Trash, which is where the worst of the worst go. So starting with the first ever song, The Weekend Whip, I think we all know where this goes. Obviously, it goes all the way at the top. The Weekend Whip is one of the most iconic songs of all time, in my opinion. Everybody knows how to jump up, kick back, whip around, and spin, and if you don't, you might be lying. Also, why are you on this video? That doesn't make any sense. For real, I love this song. This song takes me all the way back to my childhood, almost 15 years ago. It's an absolute classic and one that almost can't be beaten. Born to Be a Ninja is an absolute banger and will also be allowed to be played at my wedding. It's just, it's a great song. It's a bop. Now, I might be, again, a little biased. I grew up with some of these songs, but how could you not vibe to that? How could you not vibe to that? I find a lot of the Fold's other songs outside of the Whip in terms of Ninjago are pretty underrated. Like, Ninjago has some great songs that isn't just jump up, kick back, whip around, and spin, and you'll see a lot of those in this video. Unfortunately, the next one is not the case. I've never liked Awesome, and I never will like Awesome. It's bad. It's terrible. Everything is not awesome. God, please make it stop. But Ninjago, on the other hand, is one of my favorite songs ever. Blowing past The Weekend Whip and Born to Be a Ninja, it's one of my, it's an all-time GOAT song, okay? This song is phenomenal. It's catchy. It's an overall vibe. If you have not heard Ninjago, go listen to it. I wanted to make a remix of it during, what was it, Crystallized, but I don't know how to sing or make music at all, so I didn't do that, thankfully for everyone. It's an amazing song, and that's number one on my list to be played at my wedding so far. Now, I'm going to be spewing a lot of hot takes in this video, Dork Squad, so for those of you that agree with me, be sure to hit that subscribe button to soften the blow. But a lot of the remixes of the whips, I just don't care for, to be honest, and the rebooted whip is one of them. I think it's trash. They almost say nothing throughout the entire song. It's more of just a beat. Maybe it's a bit catchy, but, like, I think it's just garbage. Like, I skip it whenever it comes in the playlist. It's not that good. It's great as an opening, that little bit, but not for me. Thankfully, the rebooted season isn't all bad because we got some of the best Ninjago songs ever during that season, and one of them is After the Blackout. This song is an absolute banger and deserves nothing less than to be blasted out of my car windows on my way to my wedding. And still on the rebooted song hype, the next two songs, I'm just gonna give them up together. Full Digital and We Are Ninjas are some of my favorite songs ever, and that will always stay the case. They go on the main playlist, which you can assume they will both be played at my wedding, and I think they're a little in between some of each other there, but We Are Ninjas is GOAT tier song. If you disagree, you're wrong. Unfortunately, your opinion is wrong. Spit It Out in Color, I think it's catchy, but it's not for me. I'll listen to it if it's on, though. Our last rebooted song and the worst rebooted song, Eye of the Storm, is also trash. I never liked it. It was one of those ones that I also skipped. Sorry if you're an Eye of the Storm fan, it's a bad song. Okay, for this next one, we all need to agree that this is a safe space. This is a wonderful community full of passionate Ninjago fans that don't attack each other. Can we agree on that? I know that's gonna upset a lot of people, but I don't like the Anaconda Whip.
Boo this man!
Okay, the next song, 20th Century Ninja. I can understand the appeal to this song, but ultimately, it's catchy, but it's just not for me. Now, this is where things kind of get turned around for the Tournament of Elements season, where they make one or two good songs. The first one is Ninja Roll, which is in the one episode where they're playing the game with Shen. And it's a decent song. I would blast that with my car windows down. Maybe not on my way to my wedding, but still blast it with the windows down. And I think the same can be said for the next song, honestly. I think I like it a little bit more than Ninja Roll, to be honest. So maybe this is where they would sit, ultimately. And the final song for this era of Ninjago, Back to Ninjago. Another catchy, but ultimately not for me. This is one of the community's favorite Ninjago songs, and one I personally think is a little overglazed, but still is a fantastic song. That's obviously the Ghost Whip, and there's truly only one place the Ghost Whip belongs, and I think everyone can agree on that, but where it belongs is a bit of a tricky one. For me, it's going right there. I think so far it's the best whip we've heard, but it's not better than We Are Ninjas, alright? And if you think that, you're wrong. I feel bad whenever I have to do this to a non-whip song because they really don't get a lot of love, and I hate to be the guy who craps on a song that someone loves that's not a whip, but ultimately I think We Are Ninjago is another catchy but just not for me. In fact, I might even say it's a oh god please make it stop. Bring On the Pirates is another catchy but not for me. This is gonna be a hot take, but I don't care. The Pirate Whip is one of the greatest songs ever made and is the best whip ever made. That last little bit where it's like, what shall we do with the pirates, ninja? What shall we do with the pirates? And then it goes into the jump up kickback and peak. I don't understand the hate towards the Pirate Whip. I think it is the best whip and one that I would gladly play at my wedding. Full blast. But the Departed Whip was kind of trash. Honestly, so were all of the Day of the Departed songs. And I gotta be honest, the Hands of Time ones aren't really much better. All of them just kind of going in catchy, but not for me, except for the Temporal Whip, which I would gladly, again, blast that on my way to my wedding, because that is a fantastic whip, and the cool little effect they do with the clock, is awesome. I love the intro version especially. That's a standout for me. And that song may be really good, but it's not as good as the next whip they came out with, which is the Wicked Whip. And yes, I am putting it above the Ghost Whip. It's a fantastic whip. It's super catchy, super fast, super loud. I absolutely love it. The other Season 11 songs I absolutely hate, and I don't think they should have ever been made songs. The Arcadian Whip, while it's good, I feel it worked best in remixes, and it follows the same problems as some of the other whips, but not to the same extent. So I'll put it like right under After the Blackout. I think it's a great song, but it's definitely not anywhere near the best whip, but it's better than some of the older ones. And I think the same can be said for the Shintaro Whip, but a lot worse. I don't like this whip. I think it's one of the worst whips we've got, but there's a fantastic fan whip that I highly recommend you guys go check out. Maybe I'll remember to put it up here in the eye icon. And before we get to the final whip in Ninjago, there's a couple filler whips that they made. The Piano Whip, which I think is a cool concept, but it's really not for me, as well as the Christmas Whip. I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday. I love doing Christmas streams and a whole bunch of Christmas stuff. So even though it's kind of like the Shintaro whip, it's got a Christmassy kick to it, and it might make me a bit of a hypocrite, and you guys might comment down below hating me for this, but the Christmas whip can be played at my wedding day. I don't mind a little bit of Christmas Ninjago at my wedding day, even if the overall song's a little bit mid. I'm biased, cock. It's Christmas Ninjago. You can't hate me for loving it. For the next one, there is some debate to be had on whether this is an official whip or not. I don't care. It's on the Folds channel, and this is the greatest whip of all time, hands down. And this is the 10th anniversary whip. You know this is being played on my wedding day. 100% full blasters, no exceptions, or we're not getting married. Whoever I will be marrying, I need to hear. This song is beautiful. It's like my entire childhood wrapped into like one song with a nice little bow on top. And then we have the final whip, which is the crystal whip. I used to not like, but after listening to it for a couple times before making this video, I gotta say, I honestly don't mind it. I think it's all the way at the end, but I would blast this with my car windows if we're getting towards the end of the drive. And this next song's gonna be an extremely hot take. I'm assuming not a people like this song, but as a Disney Channel guy growing up, Inner Steel, I gotta say, it's so catchy. I love this song. I don't know if I'd even be allowed to play this at my wedding day, but if I can get away with it, I will play it there.
Remarkable. Simply remarkable.
And now we're getting down to our last couple of songs here. First off, we have the first version of We Rise from Dragon's Rising. I think the full song is pretty decent. It's no weekend whip just yet. I'd blast it in my car windows, and I do think it's better than some of the old whips we've had, especially some of the overrated ones. And, of course, speaking of Dragon's Rising, the Season 3 intro blew it out of the water in both versions, visually and the way they chose to remix their songs. It kind of took me back to old Ninjago when they'd have different whips. I really like what they could start doing with We Rise and giving us different versions. I really liked it. This is one I would blast in my car windows. I wish we had a full version for it. It kind of sucks we don't. It's a great song. Okay, and those are all the songs for the official series of Ninjago, but you'll notice that there's 3 more down there. Well, there's 6, but those are duplicates, so we ignore those. These last 3 songs were from the Lego Ninjago movie. I thought it would be fun to include them in here because they are technically official Ninjago songs. But now you're asking, where do they land on the list? The first one up is Found My Place, and this song is a banger. This is a song that can be blasted at my wedding day. It is one of my favorite Ninjago songs and one of the best Ninjago songs out there. It's fantastic. If you're a movie hater and you haven't heard this song, go listen to it. We the best, and you know we ain't bragging. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. This is telling you a lot about my music taste, so I might get slammed in the comments down below. Now, this next one, I believe, is Heroes. I don't care for it. But the next one, we can blast this with our car windows down. Operation is a banger. I'd say it's even better than the first opening of We Rise. So this Dork Squad is our final list of all the Ninjago songs ranked. I'm sure I've spit quite a few hot takes in this video. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts down below, and what is your favorite Ninjago song, not just opening. For me, clearly it's that 10th anniversary whip, but if you don't want to count that, fine. The Pirate Whip is next up. That song is a masterpiece. If you do end up using my tier list, post it on your Instagram story or on Twitter or Bluesky, tag me in it. I would love to see how your guys' rankings turned out, or just leave your ranking in the comment section down below. Thank you to my wonderful channel members for supporting the channel and videos just like this. If you guys would like to support the channel for only 99 cents a month Canadian, be sure to hit that join button down below and view all of the perks. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't cry because it's over, but smile because it happened, and I will see you Dork Squad in the next video. Peace out.